This is a beauty of a guitar, but I'm still stumped as to some information on it. It looks handmade. There is a chappie called Carl Thompson that makes handmade guitars, and he's famous in the UK, and lots of people play his guitars. But the logo here doesn't look anything like Carl Thompson's, although the style of the bass for Carl Thompson has got our curly Q thing there. So I'm still trying to trace the heritage of it, and I'll let you know more about it if I do trace it. Now, this is a beautiful guitar. It's so well made, and strange pickups, which I will discover more about later. But looking at the back, you'll see it's really gorgeous the whole way along the back. Neck needs cleaned up a little bit. I haven't done any technical look at it at all. I don't know what type of those pickups are. Let's have a look together and see if we can. Made in West Germany. Scholler? Are they Schaller? With the S on them? Schaller pickups. If it is, well, more than likely it is. Now, the gentleman had that replaced. He still kept the original, which is there, which is, I find it, this is the cover for the battery pack. So obviously they're active pickups, and there's some work there. But I'm going to take it all apart because I'm interested in it. But he's kept this. But if you look closely at it, you'll see that it's actually come from this wood. The guy who's made it has taken the piece of wood from this. Let me just see if I can match it up to you so you can see it. It looks like he's taken the piece of wood from this guitar, maybe there, yeah. So it's possible, I don't know what he's done, to be quite honest. I like that better than the black plastic, but that can be changed at any time. So let's have a look. Let's get the strings off this. The strings are not bad. Get the strings off and check the electrics first. I'm not as stupid as I look, eh? Well, usually I am. And then we'll get down to the technical of this and see what it's made of. We want more! Okay, let's get this thing stripped. I noticed, I'm going to take off all the hardware, but I noticed that this is cracked. It's cracked along here, and it's cracked along here. Those screws have been taken off before, but they may have been tightened down too tight. So, ugly or not, oh, twin truss rod. This is a very well made guitar. That may not be a crack. That might be a wood join there. Why is that focus beam off to the side? That's where I have to put it to get into focus. Why is that? Have I moved it? Anyway, that doesn't, it looks like there's a line down each side because it's, right, okay, well it's going to be very, it's an unusual, and why is that there, that piece of wood? Is that to stop it rattling? Because it's been dog-legged up against the nut and shaped in there. Well, we'll find that out later. Let's have a look at the pictures. The pictures. Let me just see. I'm going to take a picture so I can see better. You'll see this yourself on the screen whenever I do it. It says Kent Armstrong neck pickup. get them at the right height. Put screws there, 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 there and there, and you adjust the screws and then put the pickup back in again. This is a Kent Armstrong, and I'll take a picture of it too because there's no room for anything else. I can't bend it up without damaging it. Right, okay. And we'll just put them back in again. Now, is this... No, it's not named, is it? Let me just see if there's a name on this back end piece. It's not. It's a nice back end piece. I'm going to look it up and find out what make it is. I'm not taking that off. Are they not screwed on? No, they are. Yes, they are screwed on. So I'm going to take it around to the back and pick up and take that off. Oh, it's got a circuit board. I can't say I'm in love with circuit boards because I can never quite understand them without the diagram, but let me look at it. Because it's all about learning a little bit, isn't it? Isn't it really? Yeah. Let me just go down there and take a picture of that. I'm not going to read you that because this is a push-pull, yeah? Okay, we'll see what that says. And we have another one down there, but it's not a push-pull. So I'll do a little bit of studying on those and just check. It hasn't been rewired as such, it's just the way it has been wired. So it is a handmade guitar, without any doubt. Nicely handmade guitar. I can't see anything on it. There might be some markings on it. If you look at the bottom, there's a second body down there. So obviously there's something special on there, which I haven't seen before. Alright, I'm going to set this flat now. Flat, and switch off the camera and come back to tomorrow. And then now I'm going to get told off again for putting too much lemon oil on. But I like lemon oil. And it doesn't do any harm. I'll let that sit a few seconds and then I'll come back to you when I press the camera button. Okay, let's take this off and get it cleaned up. So I'll come back to you when I put the string semi on. Oh, those are a bit loose. Have to tighten them up too. Okay, back in a second.
Next video, please.
Well, that is it brought up to a rough tuning. And the only reason I've done that is to see where the neck is. So let's just see. It's still plugged in, by the way, and the pickups are amazing on it. I'll let you hear it later though, but they're astonishingly loud. Let's just see now, do we have a... Ah, right. Straight neck. So it had that overbow on it because the string tension. Right, so I'm happy with that. Now what I'm going to do is get this into tune and put these things back on again. Put that thing back on again and the other thing on the back side on again. And then play you a tune. Now, yes, that's right, because that, okay, I'm talking to myself here. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
Next video, please.
Now, I need to adjust the height up here. And I had a quick look, and it looks like there's a shim underneath this. So I'm going to quickly knock this off, and hopefully it doesn't wreck things. But let's just see a little bit of wood and oh, where did you go? Hey, come back here, Paddy Riley. Right, don't know what it is. Yes, there's a shim there. Shim shiminy, shim shimney, shim shim siree. It's a little bit of plastic. So I'll tighten this all up again. No, that's too far down, so I'll have to put a shim in, but it'll have to be Georgie Girl wants to cuddle. Oh, God.
Next video, please.
Now, that's the strings on, and it's tuned, and those pickups will blow my amplifier to pieces if I was to put it up the volume, but I've had to finagle quite a bit with this to get these low, because I don't have a replacement nut. If I had a replacement nut for it in bone, I could then shape it to exactly where I want it, but
Next video, please.
okay, we're back, and this is the Canon 750D, and I'm finding that the problem was not the camera. The problem was with the software on my computer, whatever way it is. I switched across to Resolve as a program, DaVinci Resolve, and it seems that they don't have the color profiles for Apple. So you have to do a lot of fiddling to get them into the right, actually you don't even get them to the right color shades and everything, even after you've done the fiddling. I looked at all the help files, rubbish. So I've gone back to the Apple Final Cut Pro, and everything looks much better, even on the 750. So screw that, waste of time. Now, this guitar, few things about it. It's got a preamp in it, which doesn't mean to say those are active pickups. It's got a little preamp built in it. So tell me if I'm wrong that these can be just ordinary pickups with a preamp built into it, and it boosts the volume up quite high. The second thing is that this neck is good. It's very thin for a bass, so it's not quite strong enough for bass strings. So they've used two truss rods that merge into one by the look of that. Oh no, there's a strip, there's a double strip down the back if you look down there. So the truss rods, I think, are strong enough for this guitar, but this guitar wouldn't be able to be used without the truss rods being up at the maximum push. And the funny thing is, when you tighten up these strings, A, E and G, the neck isn't properly straight yet. It's only when you do the D string that the neck comes up to the straightness. So it's a very well balanced guitar, obviously quite deliberate, but that's just a couple of things I'd like to point out to you. I would like to have changed that to a bone nut, because whoever did this before had the E too high, the D too low, blah blah blah, and I still have a little job to do on that. But the pickups are wild loud, but without any buzzing, which is great. So I'm going to do that little string now after I finish rambling, and then I'm going to play a demo on it.
Next video, please.
This is one stonker of a guitar. The owner will be very happy with the way the guitar has been finished with that polish. It needs a few more coats of that polish over the next few months, and it'll bring it back up to life, but it's actually looking very good now. And it's such a long neck that I have to squeeze back, and it's looking gorgeous. I had to work at the nut. I had to put some, you'll see it's slightly pale on one side, some super glue, and then I had to file it down, etc., to get the best action. Now, it has a great action on it now. I think it's in tune. Let me just check with my spare tuner. I must get a better tuner than this. I keep saying that, but nobody listens to me except for me. One thing I would say about it is I wish you knew who made it, because whoever made this knew what they were doing. I've put feelers out all over the place to try to find out who the owner is, but I can't do it. So let me just move this neck around, and I'll play a couple of runs. I don't know anything about a bass guitar, but This, have a listen. That's quarter volume on this. Put it up full. Put it down just to play it. Don't want to blow my speakers. Brilliant guitar. I just don't know how to play bass. Oh, needs to lift it there. It's a bit low there. Let me just do that while I'm speaking. I did lower it, but I've lowered it as much as I can, and maybe I've lowered it a bit too much. Let's just see. Yes, that's better. Let me just check it's in tune. It's sharp. Okay, but that's it. That's all I can show you, and that's all I can tell you. I've told you everything about this guitar. Love that note. Say goodbye to it. It's a beauty. It really is a beauty. It's a stonker. Ciao. Bye.